Oh no. Anyway, no. If this was to happen, I don't think anyone would really care. But this lawsuit could actually be the end of Kotaku. I'm sure JT is just kind of like exaggerating for the clicks, which is whatever. It's fine. But all the stuff that Kotaku's done just in the past couple of years, and they're still around, I seriously doubt this would put an end to them. Um, and even if Kotaku did disappear, would it really matter? You know, there was a point where Kotaku, IGN, outlets like that, they used to be reputable sources of not only pop culture, but of gaming. It's like, oh, hey, let's go see what Kotaku or IGN say about this game. Nowadays, it's, oh, how this game is unintentionally fighting the male gaze, and oh, how I learned about my sexuality from playing this, and this game doesn't have enough diversity. It's just stupid political crap. So, I mean, there's a reason that that meme of Kotaku's journalistic integrity exists. But yeah, they were reputable sources at one point. I remember going to IGN and Kotaku a lot, like in the early 2000s and stuff like that. Um, Not anymore. Not anymore. Um, Former Activision Blizzard CEO Bobby No Dick files defamation suit against media outlets over discrimination comments. Bobby No Dick, the former CEO of Activision Blizzard, has filed a defamation lawsuit against Geo Media, specifically targeting the subsidiaries Kotaku and Gizmodo. Oh wow, Gizmodo! Haven't seen them in a while. And no, the irony of the suit going after the very same outlet that employed a journalist suing me for similar allegations isn't lost on me. This suit, however, was filed in the Supreme Court of Delaware and specifically alleges that both outlets deliberately misrepresented No Dick's No Dick by referencing withdrawn allegations of discrimination and workplace harassment in their coverage of his rumor interest in acquiring TikTok. I don't think anyone would trust this guy to run, buy out and run TikTok. Can you believe that? Kotaku pushing misinformation after it was already confirmed to be fake news. Anyway, No Dick contends that these articles were penned with the malicious purpose of causing further harm to his reputation. Despite these very allegations, they had already been, despite that they already been dismissed. The situation reminds me of that one with Deadspin, where they lost their bid to toss a defamation suit over an article accusing young Chiefs fan of racism. Yeah, like this dude, this kid, they're like, oh my god, doing blackface or this or that, or because of the headdress and cultural appropriation, and they just tore into this kid, and the kid's like, I'm part Native American. Like people were harassing the kid and death threats towards this kid because some freaking asshole was like, oh, cultural appropriation, he's wearing blackface and blah, blah. When they showed him from the side that showed just the black part of it, and then people saw the whole thing, they're like, you're going after a kid for dressing in his team's colors. What kind of piece of shit are you? Actually, does this link to it? See. Website over article accusing 9-year-old NFL fan and his family of being a family of racism. According to Holden, referred to the lawsuit as HA, is a Chiefs fan who also loves his family's Chumash Indian heritage. Like this kid is like Native American. Uh, Karen, oh yeah, Karen Phillips. Yeah, talking about blackface or racism and this and that. And it's the dude was a fucking not dude was dude is a fucking clown. Uh, and how that lawsuit ultimately ended their outlet entirely. Oh, and fun fact, guess who owned Deadspin? Yep, the same parent that owns Kotaku and Gizmodo. GO Media. Are we sensing a trend with this organization's integrity yet? According to details published by Courthouse News Service on March 13th, Nodic's complaint claims that the disputed articles had absolutely nothing to do with Activision Blizzard. Instead, they were just reports about speculation that Nodic was part of a group looking to purchase TikTok in the United States. Despite the topic at hand, Kotaku and Gizmodo allegedly. Also, I just realized we got Roxas. We got the Roxas. Roxas! This man speaks nonsense. Roxas, don't let him deceive you. We managed to avoid drowning. Allegedly went out of their way to reference the withdrawn discrimination allegations, which No Dick claims were conclusively disproven by numerous investigations. According to the claim, according to the judgment of the Ortrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal. According to the claim, none of that stopped Kotaku. Of course not. Again, journalistic integrity. There's a reason why people make fun of them, say they have no journalistic integrity, because they don't. They don't care. From pushing forward their agenda to spew more hate against No Dick anyway. No Dick asserts that these references were entirely unnecessary and defamatory, and that GO Media knowingly propagated falsehoods further. The lawsuit points out that despite multiple requests from No Dick and his representatives to correct the record, Kotaku and Gizmodo only made partial amendments. This is from Gizmodo. Bobby No Dick, disgraced former CEO of Activision Blizzard, reportedly wants to buy TikTok. Let's see. Let's see if we can sometimes a good old-fashioned while Gizmodo removed the word disgrace from its original headlines, still on Twitter as of this time of this writing, and both outlets later eventually updated their articles with details of the case's resolution, No Dick argued that the articles continue to mischaracterize the situation regardless. While I hate that Kotaku is putting me in a position to defend No Dick here. Yeah. I mean, the dude's a freaking asshat, but, Kotaku's gonna Kotaku. I gotta be honest, seeing how the outlet and employees have treated me over the years, I can't help but relate to his frustrations. He's still a piece of shit, though, so it's not like, oh my god, the poor baby, how's he gonna... No, he's still a piece of crap. Still a piece of crap. Background, Activision Blizzard's legal trouble and settlements. You'll see why I call him No Dick. Activision Blizzard came under intense scrutiny back in 2021 when the California Civil Rights Department launched an investigation into potential workplace sexual harassment and discrimination. Bobby No Dick has always been a slimy asshole. This led to multiple legal actions, including a lawsuit filed by the CRD. However, in December 2023, Activision Blizzard and the CRD reached a settlement of $54 million, with the agreement explicitly stating that no court or any independent investigation has substantiated any allegations of sexual harassment or systemic sexual harassment, nor that the company's senior executives ignored, condoned, or tolerated such behavior. And then guess what? It was found out that, yeah, they did. People were just turning them, blind eye. Oh, we don't see anything. Despite this legal conclusion that out a cap on the situation, No Dick now alleges that GO Media intentionally omitted key facts, opting then instead of repeat discredited claims in an effort to further damage his. You've already damaged your reputation. No one can damage it further. Report. Bobby No Dick still trying to hide the scale of Activision's problems. It almost feels like many of these outlets felt invincible and used the power of the press as a shield from any scrutiny. No Dick's response to Activision Blizzard's past controversies is, it happens. Just a month before filing this lawsuit, No Dick addressed Activision Blizzard's legal battle on a podcast hosted by venture capital firm Kleiner Perkins. In it, he dismissed the multiple lawsuits against the company as fake lawsuits and went as far as to claim that a 2021 employee petition demanding his resignation, which amassed over 1,800 signatures, was also fake. Nice. No Dick suggested that the Communications Workers of America union was behind much of the legal trouble faced by Activision Blizzard, among the others like Tesla and SpaceX. He accused the union of orchestrating a coordinated smear campaign against the company by enlisting the government that files lawsuits as part of a broader effort to push the unionization. The CWA, of course, denied these claims in a statement to gaming news outlet Rock Paper Shotgun. Well, there's a new one to play. Rock, paper, shotgun. And made sure to go the extra step and remind the public that No Dick himself had previously apologized for workplace misconduct under his leadership following the $18 million settlement with the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. In 2021, Activision agreed to an $18 million settlement with the EEOC following a lawsuit that Activision had sexually harassed and discriminated against its workforce. Bobby No Dick himself apologized in his own press release for the inappropriate conduct that happened under his watch. The fallout and industry's reactions following No Dick's podcast comments, the ABK Workers Alliance, a union composed of Activision Blizzard employees, publicly refuted his assertions on social media. The union stated on Twitter, "The trauma, discrimination, and abuse that our coworkers and former coworkers endured is not fake or a plan to drive union membership. Our unions were born from the very real and harmful way executives reacted when made aware of these situations." Yeah. You know, again, this Blizzard, and especially under this guy's watch, so much crap happened. Like terrible stuff to women. Yet these are the same people who wanted to parade around as, oh yeah, we're standing up for women and equal rights. You're sexually harassing women, you pieces of shit. Like it reminds me of a quote from Genshin. From Arlecchino, those who parade their virtues often do the most evil. These, like, the people in these companies that parade around like, oh, we're virtuous, we're this, we're that, we diversity, equity, inclusion, they're usually the biggest pieces of shit. So those who parade their virtues often do the most evil. You have this company like, oh yeah, we're women and women are great and we stand up for, and yet you're sexually harassing women and then doing nothing about it. You are pieces of shit. They went on to further criticize No Dick for attempting to shift the narrative, arguing that his stance exemplifies how corporations often try to paint unions as external adversaries rather than recognizing that they are composed of employees seeking workplace improvements. Legal battle ahead. The lawsuit now having been officially filed, No Dick is seeking damages to determined at trial. If successful, this case could set a precedent regarding media accountability, particularly in cases where past allegations, regardless of the resolution, are continuously resurfaced in unrelated reporting. The outcome could also impact the way Genshin, the way gaming journalism and tech media handle sensitive legal issues tied to high-profile industry figures. Meanwhile, at the same time, representatives from both No Dick and Geo Media have remained largely silent, with no official comments released as of yet. They also impact the way Genshin. If he finishes off Kotaku and No Dick would have done one of the great things in his career. Kotaku should have died years ago when Hulk Hogan decimated Gawker, but this is still something. It's chipping away little by little, just chipping away. You know, you got your little, so yeah, this dude's a piece of crap. Luckily enough, the people who were behind the whole sexual harassment thing, they got removed from the company. But still, again, like I said, it's like the quote: "Those who parade their their virtues often do the most evil." And Blizzard's definitely one of those companies. Ubisoft, same thing. Kotaku, I'm sure they've got their problems where they like to pretend they're these arbiters of truth and social justice and this and that, but you know, they probably discriminate and do crap like that over Kotaku. So, but it's just remember that's a nice little quote to remember about, those who parade their virtues often do the most evil. Yeah. You have this entire, most of this side like, oh yeah, we stand up for minorities and this and that, and we care so much about women and equality and equal rights and blah blah blah, and oh, these women deserve equal pay, while you're also simultaneously sexually harassing them. So, but as for Kotaku, again, if this thing was to set some kind of precedent where they could be held liable and for things they've done or said or whatever, and they were to just poof, no one cares. No one cares. They had their time, and instead they'd rather write articles about these games made me come to terms with my sexuality. It's like, okay, great. How about you write the game reviews like you're supposed to? So, but anyway, that's going to do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.